Hi, Russ Gaspard here for MDF3, and it is week 3. So here's my project. I call it Musician List, and it's just a list of names of musicians. And if you select one, it brings up a view page. It's a separate activity with a separate fragment that tells you what their phone number is, what instrument they play, and a little note about them. And then I do have an add new content button, and it does require you to fill out the fields. I did use the widget provider, widget service, and widget factory. I started with the example that I downloaded from FSO as a template, but pretty much ended up gutting the nuts and bolts of these things to make them work custom for my app. So I do have pending intents. I'm setting up to launch the different views from the widget, and the widget itself is loading from the same file that lives on the hard drive as the app is loading from. So all it needs is a signal for when to upload the data again and reflect any changes. The widget does use a collection view that the data is always kept up to date with changes made in the application, and I can click on a collection item to view the details. Click the add button on my widget. It will bring you straight to the add screen. And let's add Fred in here. And then it takes you back to your main view in the app. But again, if you exit out, it stays up to date automatically when I update it. Fred has been immediately added from the widget view as well. The application displays a list of data when the app is launched. User can click on an add button to be taken to a form to save data to the list. User can also click on list items to view the details in a separate details view. And lastly, on the rubric, the application data is entered and saved out to a file using collection of serializable objects. The data persists between launches and shows up properly if the application widget is added, removed, or re-added to the home screen. So we can verify that that is true. And as soon as I drop it back on the home screen, it does load the data from a file and update. So I think the most challenging thing this week was I had finished the whole project and I had neglected to add the hybrid aspect where I put the add button on there. So that was an afterthought when I thought I was done. I had to actually modify my add activity and do the heavy lifting right there in the activity. So I had to create a function where I'm pulling the data from the file, adding the new entry, and saving it back to the file all within that one activity so that I can start out there instead of having to come first from the main activity. So I learned a lot this month so far, and it's been a good week, and looking forward to week 4 of the course. Thank you.